Jen, and welcome back to my vlog. So, the school has a new plan, and the new plan is that we're going to be all remote. Students at home, teachers in the building, at least for September. So, it's a whole kind of new twist to how teaching's going to go. We're going to do live teaching. From the sample schedule they sent us so far, it looks like it's going to be half-hour periods. So everything's got to be modified and changed. And again, you know, my thoughts are going to relationship building. Teaching is all about relationships. How am I going to build relationships remotely? I'm focusing more on that than I am on the actual content right now in my head anyway. We still have a week left. Teachers report in a week, students at the end of that week. So almost 2 weeks until I see the kids remotely. It's so weird. I mean, just the thought of teaching in an empty room. I'm going to be sitting in my empty room all day by myself. You know, teachers aren't really made for that. We're made to interact, and we're used to being around a lot of kids all the time. So this is like a whole new world. And now I'm wondering, like, is this permanent? Is this new world permanent? Is this something that, like, is this how teaching's going to be from now on? I don't know. No one knows. But that's a weird thought, that the rest of my teaching career could be teaching to a Google Meet full of kids. I don't know about that. But anyway, so that's, you know, I'm still, you know, in this like up and down. And again, this is only for September, the remote learning. But, you know, as flu season kicks in, I don't see them having more people in the school buildings. And most of the schools around me are doing a similar plan to us. So, so this is pretty standard. So the good thing is that I've got my, you know, my colleagues, my teacher friends to lean on. We're all brainstorming together and collaborating as much as possible. And so that's a really wonderful thing. I think that, you know, building relationships with colleagues is also really important at this time, because we need each other so much to just navigate this whole, whatever it is, pandemic teaching. So yeah, remote teaching starting in about, you know, a little less than 2 weeks. And I guess, you know, I'm just going to focus on some getting to know you activities and relationship building, and really hope that those new Google Meet features come out soon with breakout rooms and some of the features that Zoom has. And, you know, and then I start to go in my head like, well, what do I wear if I'm in a room by myself all day? Like, what is lunch going to look like? We all have a common lunch period. Do we all go to the same room? I'm not. I'm going to stay in my room. But then I realize that's not really the most important thing. I can figure that all out later. We'll all figure that out as we go. I'm sure everybody's got the same questions. We had a huge, like, 2-hour meeting the other day, you know, like a Zoom meeting the other day with, you know, so everybody could ask their questions of the district. But this is all happening so fast that, you know, they're figuring it out as they go, just like we're figuring it out as we go. So that's it. Remote is the new plan. And now I've got, you know, about a week and a half to adapt all my teaching materials to teaching remotely, at least for September, and to wrap around my head being alone in a room all day with a camera. So you'd think me, as a YouTuber, I'd be a little more comfortable with that. But it's different, you know. So anyway, let me know where you're at. What's your school doing? Where are you at with your teaching? Is your plan set? I've heard from a lot of you there's some crazy different plans out there, and I'll be curious to hear as the school year progresses how those are working out for various districts. Because, you know, like I said, we're all just kind of figuring this out as we go, and even the best laid plans, you know, don't always work out. So I'll be curious to follow everyone's journey and see how the school year progresses. And, you know, I guess if one model is working really well, probably more and more schools will start to adopt that. So, you know, so it's also for my own best interest that I want to know what's out there, because maybe that's where we're going to go. Anyway, everybody have a great start to your year if you haven't started already, and let me know how you're doing and how it's going, and I'll see you next week.